Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Carter Chronicles. I'm Alicia,
And I'm Ashley.
and we're going to go ahead and talk about Child Protective Services and the the woes of being, how can I put it, connected with Child Protective Services, whether it's negative or positive. Unfortunately for me, um, I have not personally been affected by it, but members of my family have been, members of my community have been, and I work with kids in the and with the school district, and a lot of the kids are in foster care now. I wanted to talk about this subject because I have been heavily impacted. And as of today, there are about, let me see, three, four. I have about seven family members, youngsters that are still inside of foster care. My family have been heavily impacted. And unfortunately, I think mm, four, about maybe four of them have been, no, maybe five, I'm sorry. Five have been illegally adopted. When I tell you CPS is, to me, it's a money thing, because you have so many different social workers that have been caught falsifying documents. And then the social workers and the judges and the attorneys for the kids, they all work together, and unfortunately, they have cut the timeline for parents to get themselves, or parents or caretakers, they have cut the timeline to allow them to get themselves together. There is no perfect person. Sometimes people fall on hard times, and I've just always thought, rather than CPS like taking the kids, like implement some type of programs for the parent and the children to be a part of together. Like, work really hard on doing that versus working really hard on removing the children. Now, I know that there are some situations. I know that there are some situations where I was about to say students, where children need to be removed, whether it be from abuse, neglect, the parents not sending the students to school. There's a variety of reasons why children really should be removed from a home. It just seemed like Child Protective Services employ the social workers, like they take more time, or they invest more time in um, not just removing the kids, but dividing the family unit. And it's so hard to see kids being pulled away from their family members. I know personally, for me, my nieces were taken, my little baby cousins were taken. And let me see, it's about one, two, three, four, five of them that me and my family have not seen since oh my God, I want to say like 12 years. 12 years on down. So and it's just so hurtful. Like, we don't have any contact. We don't know where they are. Like I said, most of them have been illegally adopted. Um the parents have lost their rights, or they just snatched the rights away. I know for firsthand that my niece, she was really trying hard, going to court, and it just was not working. They had horrible attorneys. And I don't know. I just wanted to come on here tonight and talk about this, because I know that there are so many people that have been affected by this. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you weigh on it. Let's see what you have to say about this topic tonight.
Well, CPS is definitely a touchy subject for myself because I as well share the same family and have family members that have been removed from CPS. Before we got on here, we did, briefly talk about our discussion and how, just in my opinion, how I've been around different people that are not related to me. They're not in my family of any kind, but they also told me stories as far as how they grew up. And I can piggyback on what you said as far as um, some children are removed. I wouldn't say need to be removed, but are removed due to a neglectful household. And I mean, I'm not a parent yet, but anytime CPS gets involved in your life, whatever you're doing shall come to a halt because it's about your kids. You, as a parent, should think about CPS and then close your eyes and imagine your kid dangling from the hands of CPS. Anything that they're asking you to do, it should not be an excuse on why you couldn't do it, how you couldn't do it. If it's about your kids, you shall, as a parent, whether it's a father or a mother, normally it 9 times out of 10 it falls on the mother, um, because the mother's job is never done. But it's a very touchy subject for me because in my situation, as far as my cousins being removed, I don't even want to go all into the depths of it. It hurt me to see them removed because I no longer have contact with them. I don't know what they weigh. I don't know how they smell is. I don't even know how. I can't really remember their voice. Only voice that I can remember is when they were very, very small. And I used to look after them, watch them, babysit them, and just take up as much time as I could. Now, CPS for neglectful households, I wouldn't say it has 100% positivity on the kids, because again, a child is always going to love their mom and their dad, period, point blank, whether they're doing right by them or they're doing wrong by them, and they're going to miss them. And I've been in certain situations where I personally haven't been, but I've been around where it was time to pass over the children, or, pass over my cousins, not me passing them over, but seeing the worker come and pick them up. The kids are crying, they have anxiety, they're terrified. It's like they're going to baby jail. They don't know where they're going, who they're going to be placed with. It's a whole bad experience
Yes,
for
it is.
those who are being stripped from their family.
Yeah.
Um, and on that part, I can elaborate as far as how hurtful that can be, how tormenting that can be. And I'm an adult, but just imagine a child, not seeing their parents, not the parents not calling, they're not seeing them on a regular basis. I can see if the parent is getting themselves together, they're not making excuses as to why they hitting the pavement every single time. I've witnessed people getting their kids back from CPS.
Yes, me too.
I've witnessed that. And we
Mm-hmm.
don't know what they went through to get those kids back. But as
Right.
I stated when I started to introduce what the this CPS situation, once the CPS gets in your life, no matter what, you can be with a boyfriend and his ex-girlfriend call on you just because she mad because you with her man. Or whether the school has way too many tardiness for your child, whatever the case may be, as a parent, it is your obligation and your duty to ride for your child. That means
Yes.
ask them, tell them that if you have a drug problem, ask them for help. Ask them for help to get you into a program where it's monitored, where they can see your improvement, and then you're able to get scheduled visits for your child. But to not attend court dates, to not go into a program, to keep on drowning and then letting your kids down. I mean, I don't. I'm I'm confused as to why a person, a mother or father, will continue to drown themselves in. Yes, it hurts. Again, I'm not a parent, but I know it hurt me to see my cousins go because I used to look after them as soon as they came out of the womb. So it was very hurtful for me to see them being stripped away. I just feel like, once the government get in your business, it's proven time. You have to prove every part of your life
Yes,
that
you
is
do.
going to be able to secure your kids back. That's that category. Now, working and being an adult and being able to come in contact with different people, I've heard stories where they were physically abused, they were mentally abused,
Yeah.
they were in a neglectful household, and some of them did say that the CPS came and got them. In one scenario, I've heard that they were happy that they were removed, but then they're going into someone else's house. They're going into a group home where it's other children that have been there for some time, that their behavior is way is I like I said, is like going to a baby prison or a teenage prison, because you're in there with so many different people, so many different walks of life, so many different tempers and tantrums. And kids, as we all know, kids are very curious. And say you come from a home that you were molested at,
Yeah.
they say hurt people hurt people. So imagine you, and I have family members that have been touched in the CPS, and it altered their life or who they are, who they want to be now at this point,
Right.
because they were molested in child protective services in a foster home.
Right.
So um it's a very touchy conversation, and being on here, you have to, yes, we're telling you guys how we feel and how it hurt us in our situations, but then you also um have to be to understand and be able to accept, like, well, in some different cases it worked out for some people that were mentally, physically abused and assaulted and are just in a dirty home, and they neglected, they not getting fed, they not
No
going to
food. Right.
school,
Hmm.
like, so it's, I mean, I don't look at CPS as a good thing at all. That's not the point of this video. I don't look at it as a good people at all, because they remove kids from their family end up missing them, missing the time that's spent. It's just a very, very, very touchy conversation for me. But just if you don't take anything from this video, if you have loved ones that do have their kids in CPS, or if you're someone, adult, a parent that have been in CPS, you may relate to this topic. Or if you're someone that's trying to get your children back, just remember it's about your child once you are a parent. And if they're
Yes.
asking you to prove yourself so that you can start visitations back up, remember, you going there for your baby. You taking drug tests for your baby.
Yes.
You going to court on time, showing up presentable, because presentation means everything. Because
Yep.
especially if you are of color, they're already looking at you like, is this person fit to get their
Right.
kids back?
Yes.
You
It's so
have to
true.
and
It's so
show up
true.
and show up for your kids, because it's not about you no more. When the lights go off at night, you sleeping in one bed and you don't know whether they sleeping on a bed or on the floor.
Oh my
So
God.
when the government is in your business, follow the rules by all means, because if your child is out there, they're missing you. They're wondering if you are thinking of them. They wonder every time they probably open that door. I remember I used to watch Like Mike, and when he had went to a foster home and stuff, and then people was coming and to adopt and stuff like that, he wanted to be adopted into a family, because the foster care that he was at, they was fighting him, they was stealing his shoes. The foster care parent, he was neglectful.
Oh, wow. That
I
sounds
mean,
very
so
familiar. Mm.
yeah, I used to watch Like Mike, and I think because in a sense, I could relate to that, because at that time, that was years ago. For those who remember Like Mike, that was years ago. I felt like at that time, I had already could relate, because I have family members that were taken away, and I'm looking at that like, wow, that's what foster care like. And then again, looking at some of my family members who are now adults and who were molested, and it altered who they are now, is, I mean, it's a very, very touchy subject. If you love your everybody's not meant to be a parent. Let's just be real about that. Everybody is not meant to be a parent. A woman can lay down and have a baby, but that doesn't make her a mother
Yeah,
if
just
she's
like
not
dogs can. Yeah,
yeah, if
right.
she's not taking care of her child. So
Yeah.
on that note, I mean, I just got a little boiled by it because I'm still working on being able to um talk about situations like this, because they're touchy for me. But just imagine my loved ones and your loved ones who are in foster care, and they have to grow up and deal with whoever that foster parent is, and today 18. So just do
Yeah.
right by your kids because they
Just do
didn't ask.
just do right by your kids, because I count right now, as you were talking, I was counting how many are there still left in there, and I'm still counting. Um, I'm counting seven, and for one more, my niece, she's actually like on the run right now, from Child Protective Services. They completely failed her. Um, her and her sister, her baby sister, were taken at the same time, and she just continued to run away. Very, very smart, beautiful, so beautiful. And she was able to, when she would run away, she would come and find us she was so young, like 10 and 11, coming to find her family. And since we're in this small city, like we all know each other, like she can find her mom, she can find her aunts or brother or all her kin people. And she would tell us these awful, horrible stories. And the social workers would always say, "Oh, she's lying. She's lying." But as young as she was, she could not make up those type of lies or those type of stories that she was telling us, because they were way too authentic. She was saying how her sister, how they put her and her sister in a bathtub. The water was so hot that they had boiling blisters, and that they would pop them with a like a needle that you sew with. And then the family had some steep stairs inside the home, and how they let her 9-month-old sister just roll down the stairs. And I mean, so I would call the social workers and have these discussions, um, and other family members, and they would always put in the reports, "Oh, she's lying, A, B, C, D, and she just want to be with her family." Yeah, duh. And so I guess they call themselves proving my niece unfit, but they really, like, they messed over her, and then she just lost all hope and all faith, even though I know I was encouraging her, and I know like other members of the family were encouraging her and upset with her at the same time, because how everything went down. But just like you were saying, if you really love your kid, you're not going to make no excuses. You're going to do any and everything in your power to make sure that you get your children back. If you have to go to any kind of parenting meetings, if you have to do drug tests, get 2 or 3 jobs, whatever you need to do. If you love your child and you say you love your child, you're gonna do whatever it takes, whatever is necessary. And I understand that some people they just fall by the wayside because they lose hope. But I just want to say to those of you that still have a little hope, like on faith of the size of a mustard seed, you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it. I know the world that we live in right now is it's awful. We living in some unprecedented times, and it's really hard. But there's always help and programs. I know where the city where I'm in, there is it's not all that, but they still have lots of programs for people to get in and get ahead and get help. But you have to want it. Nobody is
Yes.
going to force it on you, just like God don't force himself on anybody. So if you want it, there are programs and opportunities out there. And with that being said, just do better. Just do better. If you have kids out there in the foster care system, you don't know what's going on.
Mm.
You don't know what's going on. I don't care if they in a home with pastors and ministers and this person and that, that don't mean anything
No,
because
absolutely
they
nothing.
crooked too.
Yes.
Yeah, I done ran into several crooked pastors. They be in it for the little money. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But Child Protective Service is just like a big money thing. They'll snatch your kids. I don't have anything good to say about them. Like I said, I do understand that kids need to be removed, sometimes, but focus more on once you remove them, getting the whole unit, the whole family, making sure that they have the resources that they need to get it together so that they can be reunited. Family reunification is the best thing ever. Because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, family is all we have. Family is all we have. We have God first, but the family that we're born into, even if we don't want to be born into that family, it's our family. And we supposed to, as a unit, we supposed to make it do what it do. And with that being said, I'm gonna just leave it there. God bless everybody.
God bless everybody. Thank you for the participants who are watching this video right now. Please leave some positive comments. If you would like to briefly share your experience or how this video may have helped you, I hope it haven't triggered you. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more content. And God bless those who are in need of help and who are doing everything possible for them and their family. Again, thanks for watching Carter Chronicles. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Alicia. God bless you and the best wishes to you all.
Bye-bye.